It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dolphins and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's the It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Bears much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first down, it's Gordon. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Another catch there for Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, it lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. Let's see what week 3 has in store. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, 76 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A read option. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Well, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. It's complete to Fuller. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That throw complete to his tight end Long. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Tua to throw again. Here's Fuller with a catch. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gordon. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Long. Touchdown, Miami. Hunter Long, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Dolphins 10.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Here's Cohen now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7 after 27 yards.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So that one will be accepted. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to pass. Tua. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let him.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz Pitts for the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Pressure, and he's taken down. A big sack. Mario Edwards Jr. picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Miami set to take over. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields. That's complete. It's Cornell Powell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 50, here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Malik McDowell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. After the turnover, it's Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it back at the 36. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Going deep for Montgomery. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Let's go.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On second down now, it's Gordon, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Christian McCaffrey, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Tom Brady, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the option, here's Montgomery. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for the moment, this will be a first down. Well, we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will have the Bears first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 and now on 1st down. That throw complete to his tight end Long. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua to Gordon out left. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Tua. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Going for the deep ball. It got his man, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Cohen now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Fields on first down. That's complete to Mooney. 7 yards to pick up there. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Back to the air. Fields on second down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. A gain there of 21 yards. For that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
56 brings up second and 9.
Fields throwing again. And that's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. 6 yards left on second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Looking to pass. Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua sets up to pass it. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Nice move.
Melvin Gordon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Justin Houston on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap. Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Tua to throw again. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and very short, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, Fields.
And this is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Fields.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got a bump down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. To the air again, Fields. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here.
Really?
Put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Going deep here for Parker. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Tua. Fighting to stay upright. Fighting through pressure. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Justin Houston able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Fields. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They snap it to Fields. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you should...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Eddie Goldman picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
Here's Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37th.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.